Hey everyone, I'm Carolyn. Welcome back to another episode of As I See It. I know it's been a while. I've been really busy on my other channel, my RV living channel, but Eric Swalwell put out a campaign ad that just was like a kick in the gut, and I had to make a video. I wanted to share this. I wanted to get this video out, and I also want to give you some context around this campaign ad video. First, I'm gonna insert the video, so let's watch the video. This is a campaign ad by Eric Swalwell, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna give you some context around this.
You're weird.
He is weird, but cute.
Gross.
Mary Anderson,
Yes.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest for what?
Penal Code 243 violation. Unlawful termination of a pregnancy.
You gotta be kidding me.
That is my personal business.
That's for the courts to decide, ma'am. Your medical records have been subpoenaed and Dr. Landry's already in custody.
No, my God, you can't just.
You will have to submit to a physical examination.
What? By who?
No one's touching me.
Ma'am, turn around!
Oh my God.
Put your hands behind your back, now!
Why is this happening? Love you, honey bear.
We're just enforcing the law here.
Elections have consequences. Vote Democrat on November 8th. Stop Republicans from criminalizing abortion everywhere. Protect women's rights and freedom.
Please don't do this. Please.
Holy crap, right? And I first saw this video on Twitter, and a lot of people, or bots, or I don't know, are coming out and saying, oh, that would never happen in America. Oh, you're just fear-mongering. That's never going to happen. History shows us it will, in fact, happen. It is already happening. Lizelle Herrera in Texas was arrested for going to another state to have an abortion. She was charged with murder. She was apprehended, just like in this video, taken to jail. She was later released. In Nebraska, a woman was charged with helping her daughter have an abortion because she gave her 17-year-old daughter abortion pills. And so it's already happening. So this argument that, oh, it's never going to happen, oh, they're just fear-mongering, is ignorant at best and a lie at the worst. So let's also talk about a history of jailing women for morality crimes. Sexual misconduct in Plymouth, sodomy, rape, and adultery were all crimes punishable by death. And guess who suffered most of those penalties? They were women. And even still today, there are adultery and fornication laws on the books in, I think 21 states. Adultery is still a criminal offense in 21 states in the United States. Of course, most of the time they're not charged, right? They're not enforced because law enforcement has better things to do than to get involved in people's personal affairs. Usually adultery is just a misdemeanor, but in some states it can include fines up to $3,000 or prison time up to 3 years in Massachusetts. And just a few decades ago, Americans were sent to jail for having sex outside their marriage. And most of the time, these laws weren't enforced to keep people committed to their marriages. No, they were used to enforce morality upon women. Women were charged and jailed and fined with these crimes far more often than men were. I'm going to put sources below so that you can read on this a little bit more. And let's talk about the 41-year-old woman in upstate New York. She ended up charged with adultery. She was in a park one evening with a 29-year-old man allegedly having sex on a picnic table. When the police arrived, they were charged with public lewdness, but the woman was married So she also had an adultery charge tacked on and faced the possibility of 90 days in jail or a $500 fine. And initially, she said she'd fight the constitutionality of the law, but her lawyers organized a plea deal and the adultery charge was inevitably dropped. Do you think this was in 1960? Maybe 1970? It was in 2010. 2010. So the reason I'm telling you this is because if you know anything about history, and this is the problem I'm having with like the Marjorie Taylor Greenes and the Lauren Boeberts, sure, they make the MAGAs feel proud of their ignorance, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, look, I don't have to learn because look they're in Congress and they're stupid. They don't know things. They mispronounce things. They don't know their history. That is dangerous. Because when you don't know your history, you're not able to recognize the slippery slope towards something that's extremely dangerous. Women have been murdered, the witch trials in this country, for morality, for not being what some ruling people of society want them to be. This woman in New York, charged with adultery. These laws are mostly made to control women, to make women behave the way, I'm sorry to say it, the patriarchy wants them to behave. And the patriarchy isn't just men. Women are victims and enforcers of the patriarchy just as much as men are. So if you look at this Eric Swalwell video and think it's fiction, then you need to do some studying. You need to do some research. This is exactly what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen. History shows us this is what's going to happen. These laws are used to control women, to control and restrain women's sexuality. Period. They want to put us back in the kitchen, in the home, out of the workforce, barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Vote and share this video. And thanks for watching. Be sure to share this video because this is really important. This is not fiction. This is what is going to happen if the Republicans win the midterms. We need to vote. Get everybody you know to vote. Talk to everybody you know. Ask everybody you run into, are you voting? People need to vote. Vote blue. Rovember is here. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye.